Everyone's taking a shot at him.
Oh, so.
Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong.
All right, we don't have to watch all. I gotta update that. I gotta do a new intro. We don't have to watch.
Max is like, screw it. We're doing it live. We're not gonna put the full intro.
We're doing it live.
Right. Congratulations to Miss Mellons. If you haven't heard yet on her channel, she is at the 1K mark.
Wow. Kinda.
Well, you know.
It went back down.
Your team is sus.
They just gave you subs just to take them away.
You're right.
Literally, they were like, "You're at 1K. You could apply for monetization." Like 5 minutes later, down to 974, and I'm like, "What happened? What happened?
What happened to our viewers here? We went down to 3.
You're at 996 according to, and now you're at 995. Ho! No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Here is our boy Eddie. Hey, Eddie.
So,
what up, Eddie?
Hey, Eddie.
So we're gonna have real talk. I was hoping Ryan would be here because I wanted to
he's over on Dawson's stream.
I know that nerdy in many ways scooped my guest. So the reason I wanted him on, I also invited Zod Writer. I wanted to get like some. I'm a Snyder Cut fan, but I wanted to get like the hardcore, so we can have like a real discussion.
Yeah, fiery debate. Let's go.
Well, I mean, basically, this is. I thought about the thumbnail, and I'm like, so about those Snyder fans, and I am a Snyder fan.
It's over.
I'm conflicted.
Me too.
We are damaged. We're really damaged. That's the truth.
It's over.
I want to get Firewater's take first because they're going after James Gunn. I think in the past, it may have been a long time ago since we talked about James Gunn Firewater about his tweets. But we don't believe in canceling.
He apologized for them. Apparently, he had suffered some problems as a kid, and he used dark humor to kind of cope with it. Looking back, and he probably should have. He even said self-admittedly could have handled it better. Mm-hmm. It's not a big deal. But you want to go after James Gunn. I think that to me, I can't be around that. I don't.
No, me either.
I changed my Twitter profile. I said I enjoyed the Snyder Cut, but this movement is unfortunately just like all internet movements. It has a shelf life, and I think it hit its expiration date.
Yeah. Well, I also don't want to be hypocritical because me back in the day. I went hard at Star Wars, Kathy, and Ryan. But I've grown as a person where I tried. Well, honestly, they didn't have a plan for the sequel trilogy. It was just release dates.
Yeah, but George didn't have a plan for the original trilogy either. But, I mean, I get your point. But, yeah, you're right. They didn't. They should have at least had the same writers and directors. Mm-hmm. And even if you were going to kind of go with it as you kind of move along, fine. But at least there would have been some consistency. In my opinion, JJ should have done all three. And live and die by that.
And I wanted to talk to my boy Zod Writer. I saw a part of his stream today too, where he kind of walked back. People were misconstruing what I said. I gotta say, Zod, not really, man.
I like Zod, but I don't think he had a good take on that.
Well, this is what really got me upset because I like Zod and I want to talk to him directly. I'd prefer to talk to him directly if I'm going to talk about this, but he might be busy, short notice. But I'll share this tweet, and this isn't like an isolated thing. This is the kind of thing you see on Twitter around this about, James Gunn and the Suicide Squad that's coming out shortly. This was his take. He has a right to his opinion, I guess. This is one of the reasons nobody capitalized who supports creative integrity or director freedom in films should support James Gunn. So I think he's saying you really shouldn't support him. The man literally witnessed his industry colleagues get screwed over. I don't know if he literally witnessed that. He may have talked to Zack Snyder. He's collaborated with Zack Snyder. And guess what? Zack Snyder is fine by James Gunn. I think they've worked together before. Maybe even on Dawn of the Dead. Yeah. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. If you talk to Zack Snyder directly, he would tell you to chill out. Really.
Well, and not only that, both experiences can be true at the same time. They could have treated Zack like shit, and they could have treated James Gunn very well.
Right. And that's not his fault.
And at the time, they were excited because he got let go temporarily from Disney. And they said, like, oh, well, he made Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Oh, my God, those made a ton of money.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when he gets let go from the biggest franchise in the world, of course they're going to want to reach out to him. Because even at the time, all the pundits are saying every studio in the world right now is looking to get James Gunn because they know how talented he is and what a big asset he could be.
And again, him tweeting those tweets, again, I don't agree with those tweets. I don't think they were in good taste. He apologized for them. And I think they're from like 2010, 2011.
What's he supposed to do when he's talking about his project coming out? It was really great, but you know what they did to Zack? How well that go over? If
this studio sucks, and I mean, like, I like Zod. I just feel like, again, you're grasping at straws. Of course,
I mean, it almost like the way he phrased it, and I'd have to talk to him directly for his interpretation. But he's saying literally witnessed. It's like he was almost guilt by association by not, It's not everyone's
James Gunn took a job by a shady studio.
Yeah,
they're a shady studio.
Guess what?
He took work from them because at the time he just got let go.
Yeah,
and I know everyone thinks that everyone with millions of dollars and everything's all good financially for them. I don't know what his personal financial situation is. I know that the upper class has the most fluctuation. People go in and out of the 1% and 2%. Regularly, has the most amount of fluctuation. If you have a stable union job, let's say you're like, for my parents, my father was a fireman, my mom was a teacher, so they kind of they had the same income. They got their little cost of living raises every year and call it a day. Mm-hmm. They were going to stay in the same bracket. With someone like someone like some of these actors and some of these directors, they work hard, play hard. I know Nick Cage does a ton of movies because he spends money like fishes drink water, or fish drink water. Fishes, good Lord. But to me, it's like he could have maybe panic signed. Maybe not. Maybe he was looking to work with him the entire time, but it does seem awfully coincidental, or maybe that was a way for DC to kind of punch back at Marvel. Okay. But I feel like it's. I just feel like it's.
Hey, Nerdette. Yeah. Hey, Nerdette. I would love to have Nerdette on the show one time. Hey, Nerdette, can you support a fellow lady content creator? Maybe have Saggy Melons on one time. She would give you great conversation for real. You two could. I'm pimping my girl Saggy over here. She's got some great.
Max,
I mean, I don't mean those words. I don't mean those words. I mean her channel. I'm not actually pimping her. No, I wouldn't. I would never do that. But I mean her channel and her growth, and she's almost she's kind of at 1K. And I
hit 1K, and all these apparently, yeah. See, that's why I told him, because while I was doing the stream, people were making old accounts like Saggy Nipples.
Look at this!
Oh, thank you, Nerd.
Yeah, come on! I love to see great female voices in the community.
It's funny because a bunch of alt accounts came into my channel saying Saggy balls and stuff, and I was like, please don't subscribe to my channel with alt accounts because I don't think that's gonna help. But they did get me to 1K, but now I'm down to 985. So I don't know what's happening.
I just see the reason I asked Nerdette is because you're a strong woman with great opinion. You have really strong opinions, and so is Saggy. And I'm like, man, they could have some great conversations. That's all. It's only honestly as a viewer, I want to see it beyond a friend. But yeah, for real, that would be great, wouldn't it? All right, Eddie knows the life of a pimp is hard. Pimping ain't easy, is what he's saying. And I'm sure Nerdette may be interested in the topic too, because so about those Snyder fans, she's been critical. She's a DC fan, but she's been critical about the Snyder fans. Hey, Nerdette, if you're still here, are you interested in James Gunn's Suicide Squad? I don't know. I have my concerns with it. I don't think it looks the best thing ever. But I want to go and like it. Yeah.
I don't think it matters about just Suicide Squad. I think the issue is just James Gunn right now. Everyone's had a big thing against him because of the things he said. And like I said on my stream earlier, people say things in their past. They shouldn't be held accountable for the rest of their lives. That's stupid.
So
but
she
I
says
think
hell yes on the Suicide Squad.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like overall, when it comes to James Gunn, because again, RJ, people ask me about that too. It's like, why can't James Gunn just poke fun and have fun with fellow directors that he's probably friends with?
Or can Saggy, do you think you could answer this for Dernette? She really doesn't know yet. Why are people mad at James Gunn?
Because people found old tweets of James Gunn.
Well, no, beyond this, like say Snyder Cut fans.
Oh, right now?
Because it's not, their verse is not continuing. It doesn't have any connection to the Ayer Cut.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. That's what it is. But also, James Gunn has had controversy in the past.
Right.
So that's also
well, to be fair to James Gunn, he is hypocritical by being almost canceled himself by pointing at others and laughing at them. Like he really. I'm not like a huge fan of Roseanne or anything, but when she was kicked off her show, he kind of pointed and laughed a little bit. I don't want to ever celebrate someone being fired, even though in the past I might have for Ryan Johnson. But honestly, I think I've grown. I don't want to support people. I don't like people being fired unless it's the last resort.
I mean, well, she did kind of make a kind of very
yeah. But
I remember the Ambien Twitter account dunked on her. She's side effects of Ambien are drowsiness and nausea. Racism is not a side effect of Ambien.
Yeah, but that is why.
That's funny. Come on.
That is funny.
That is also why some really people in the social media on the right wing started really saying you're a hypocrite. Let's expose your tweets, and that's what happened. It all started from the Roseanne.
No. Pause.
It was politically motivated.
Pause. But here's the thing. Her staff, like her co-stars, even were like, yeah, she said some pretty racist stuff before. So it's like, if you say something ignorant, I guess that's one thing. But like, even her ex-husband's like, yeah, she's racist as hell. Like and he lived with her. He's married to her.
Well, I mean that's I see. I'm not saying he deserved or anything, but when you do this and you point at others when you've had some stuff in your past too. That's where he got attention.
But the difference, though, is that it was already brought up in the past, though, and he apologized for it.
Here's the thing, though. Right? So if you've gotten canceled yourself, and somebody else got canceled for something that you agree with, why is that hypocritical? He didn't get canceled because he said racist remarks. He got canceled because he said something else, and he already apologized for it, and that's what it was. But you to sit there and say that people can't look at somebody else and be like, yeah, you said something that I don't agree with. Like that's to me, I understand. Like hypocrites can also call out other hypocrites.
Sorry, that's true.
You know, just because you're also a hypocrite doesn't mean you can't call out other hypocrites.
Yeah.
Only that too. I don't even know if James Gunn is fully hypocritical. He was laughing at. I believe Roseanne's show got terminated for cause.
Okay.
You know what she was doing. I think social media accounts for celebrities are a net negative in general. If she doesn't have that Twitter account, she just
you're Zack Snyder. There's very few that.
Okay, well, he's crushing it. There are some celebrities that crush it.
Yeah.
But the others, for most celebrities, I would argue it's a net negative.
Oh, we got Ryan here.
Boom!
All right, Ryan.
What's up, guys? What's up, Ryan?
Hey, Ryan.
So
how y'all doing?
Great, you're just in time. We want to have some real talk about the Snyder fans. I am a Snyder fan. I'm not as hardcore as some of my friends here. So about Snyder fans, are we a little after at this point? Are we? You see what's been happening with opinions on James Gunn. Opinion on James Gunn, the Suicide Squad. There's a lot in the movement that are not too happy.
I know of old opinions, like back when the whole Disney, the whole thing about him, having little children jokes or whatever. What's up, Raya? And then Disney let him go for a bit, and Warner Brothers picked him up because they were like, hey, we're trying to restructure our DCU or whatever. And then after he got hired on WB, Disney was like, oh well, if you apologize, come back. And then do Galaxy or whatever 3 because Galaxy 2 wasn't as good as Galaxy 1. So I know about that. But I've been gone for a week, so I don't know if I don't know of any new.
Well, I think what's happening is he's been doing some interviews for the Suicide Squad, and it's just hurt. That's why I put damaged on. We're damaged. It hurts when you hear James Gunn saying with his relationship with Warner Bros. He could do whatever he wanted. He felt free to be creative.
So
and
he did. Thank you.
That's like a gut punch to fans that really fight for their creators, like Ayer and Zack Snyder, and what they went through. But that's not James' fault, and James has to promote his movie, and you have to isolate your feelings. I think
also,
we're being too
he's
emotional.
Not dealing with the same people that David and Zach dealt with. So he's like, thank you for bringing the damage to light so that these people can get the hell out of here and you can give me some new, fresh people to talk to or interact with. And I don't have to, to deal with that crap. So I think that, I think it kind of came out wrong from James in that, I don't think he was really trying to be a douche or a dick toward David. I did see that, but yeah, I mean, I don't think he was trying to be derogatory. I think he was just trying to say, hey.
David Ayer retweeted and said, oh, that must be nice. I think we have to really not be as emotional. It's hard because
even David
stepped on. Yeah.
Right. Even David's response, oh, that must be nice.
Yeah.
He wasn't and the way I took it from David was that I'm, that's not something derogatory that James said to me. That's something like, oh, must be nice to not have to deal with assholes like I did.
Right.
So, I mean, that's it. Cause they have been nothing but, from what I've seen, David and James have been nothing but complimentary to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but David's tweet just sounds bitter, man. Like
I didn't get that.
But you can infer. You can infer a lot.
If I'm David Ayer, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just left it alone.
I like his tweet. I think that's a great tweet.
Here's
That's
the thing, though.
That's not that much
we
shade.
also don't know their relationship. They could be close enough where it's not that serious for David. Like, I don't think the responses from what I've seen back and forth come across as he's feeling some type of way about James's comment. It was more like, oh, must be nice, like friendly, like ha ha ha, must be nice. And then when he said replied, then his response was just dang. Now, if David Ayers really had a problem with it, I guarantee you he would have probably made a very long post kind of making it clear he had an issue with that comment, because it sounds like these guys would have no problem just telling it how it is. And again, we don't know how close they are. We can just assume for the most part that most directors, especially those who've worked on similar projects or have collabed before, are actually kind of friendly with each other. So
they're cordial.
Right, they're cordial, and
I'm not saying it's a swipe against David James Gunn. I'm just saying in general, it just kind of looks bad. Like it kind of looks like you're being a little bit bitter, and that's not a way. To me, it just kind of. I mean, it's not really going to hurt anything. The Ayer Cut's probably never going to be released unless HBO Max desperately needs content.
I think the most hurting the Ayer Cut, really, besides, and this is a question I want to pose to the panel and the chat. Do you really think if the Ayer Cut doesn't come out? I think there's still a possibility. But I think what's fighting against it more is the environment where seeing, and I said this before in Saggy's stream, a woman character being abused in today's more PC environment is you have to do it right, and it's a hard sell to general audiences. Maybe on streaming it might work better, but I have the feeling that some of these deleted scenes from Joker and the Ayer Cut are going to be intense, and they might not want to build that up too much. And honestly, I love Margot Robbie, but I honestly think she's not really rooting for bringing the Joker character back. She just wants Harley Quinn to be her own thing. Whatever. I also have a feeling that what Margot wants, she gets in this situation too, because she is a star. They're pretty much going to go the Margot way. I don't think they're really apt to want to bring back the Joker in the story. That's what I think, besides not wanting to continue the Snyderverse and all that other thing. That is the thing that I'm like, they don't want to really put too much. It's accurate, it's
I can agree
it's
with
an abusive
you.
relationship.
I can agree with you on just the fact that they didn't want to do the Joker movie at all either, and they were wrong with that as well.
Right.
They thought it wouldn't be palatable, and it made $1 billion. And if that's not palatable, then I don't know what the fuck is. And I think same thing with the Jared Leto Joker and Margot Robbie, interaction is that they probably, like you said, there's probably again like hey, this isn't going to be palatable, blah blah blah, or whatever, but it probably will. It probably be okay. People probably understand the characters a little bit more because, again, the first couple movies, Batman v Superman, and then also the David Ayer Suicide Squad, were geared for older or more mature audiences than like Marvel movies, which is just popcorn flicks, right? These actually had underlying themes that went into gray or maybe dark areas where Marvel kind of steers away from because they don't want to go that way, and that's why there's controversy with like what do we do with some of these R-rated properties, like Deadpool, Blade, whatever. They're just like, well, we can lighten them up, because they don't want to. They really want to skirt around darker, more adult themes because they don't want to. They don't want to do it. They feel like more money is where the kids are. So that's where I want to be. And I think that there is still a possibility, in my opinion, that we will see David Ayer's cut. I just I'm not on the edge of my seat. I think we're going to see. Of course, we're not going to have any announcements or anything like that. Nothing until after James Gunn has had his day in the sun. Here's my Suicide Squad. This is what a Suicide Squad looks like. That is untampered, or that is not being, sliced at the knees, like they did to David. So here you go. Here's my idiot Stallone, shark. Here you go. Have fun. Basically, what I see when I see James Gunn Suicide Squad is I see Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's basically what they paid for. And I'm kind of glad that there he is. I'm kind of glad that that they kind of went that route, because he was given like Superman. He was given other properties to possibly work on, and I think he picked the one that he's most comfortable with. That he thought that he could turn around and say, here's profit. This I know that this will make profit.
Well, here's Nerdette. Nerdette is feel free for her own opinion. That's why I like when she comes around. This is her opinion. I hope you're wrong, Nerdette. I do want to see it. I don't think there's any way they will release an Ayer cut. I think they learned their lesson from the Snyder cut.
I think their lesson. What lesson?
I agree.
I'm not sure. I think the lesson is probably how the audience was, because of how they, felt entitled and everything with them saying, oh no, the hashtags and them, mass tweeting everything and being annoying and all that stuff. I think that's probably like that. Like we keep giving the Snyderverse fandom more stuff, and they'll keep just asking for more and being annoying.
Outside the bubble.
Well, fans in general ask for more of things that they're fans of.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're not asking for more, then you're not a fan, and why the fuck would anybody want to give anything to you? Because you're not asking for it. Like I didn't ask for a fucking Birds of Prey movie, but I got one. I didn't ask for this new Suicide Squad movie, but I'm getting it.
I get that, but like if you think about it, before the Snyder Cut was even released or they announced it, everyone was just whatever, give us whatever DC movies. But then after that, everyone was saying, "Oh no, fuck this! I don't want this. No Snyderverse. No, I want this movie from Snyder. I don't care about the Flash or the Suicide Squad or the Batman or anything like that." So I think that's probably what she's trying to say. Like,
okay,
fans are just gonna keep saying, "No, since you're giving us more, then keep it that way. Don't give us the rest. Since you're going to do it again."
Nerdette, I do think some went too far. But this is all fans go crazy. Fans go crazy.
I'm saying that's to executives, all that stuff.
It went out of hand.
Crazy shit.
I do know Zach only engaged with positive fandom, and the people that were really putting together some of these events and some of these projects try to stay overly positive. And try to, it's hard to steer a ship of fans, really.
Well, like I've been saying,
actually, that's very funny. It is hard to steer a ship of fans, especially if they're all on. You don't know where direction you're going to go.
Well, I guess my thing is that when my concern comes in is that what I'm seeing a lot of right now is people shaming others for being excited for other movies. You know, and that's. Well, no, I mean,
be excited. Be excited.
I mean, you're
for
excited
the
for
movies.
Peacemaker.
You be excited for Peacemaker. Be excited for.
Don't encourage that, Ryan.
I am not excited. No, I'm just saying. I think what the problem is that Snyder fans need to not turn into like a Miko haters. Bring it back to that, Max, for you, where it's like let people spend their money how they wish to spend their money. You know, don't shame anyone for being excited for something or looking for another movie.
Okay, then let me state this: is that like if you have an amount of people that make the DVD, the Blu-ray, the 4K, the top seller on freaking Amazon, right? And then same thing with the streaming services, top streaming services for 5 weeks in a row. There is a fucking market there. Why not just give those people what they want, and then also give these other people what they want?
I agree.
If you want a Birds of Prey 2, fucking make the Birds of Prey 2. Great. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna watch it. I'd rather watch the Batfleck series or some shit. Make it, because it's there. People want to see it. Same like the Joker. It's there. People want to see it. Make it. Just give us more. Don't try to. What they're trying to do is say this is the multiverse, except for this. It's not the multiverse.
No, I don't even have a problem with Snyder fans, and I am a Snyder fan, saying that the Suicide Squad doesn't look good or they don't like James Gunn as director. Where I'm like, you're kind of going too far here. Is saying saying that he had a positive experience making the film with Warner Brothers, and that he should instantly bring up everything that happened is not his place.
Yeah,
shouldn't put that on him.
The thing is, though, it comes down to. People should be able to like what they like without people making them feel like shit for doing so. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, like, yeah, I make jokes at RJ for being optimistic about Peacemaker. It's a joke. I don't actually have any issue with him watch Peacemaker. He's actually talking into doing.
You lie.
Well, I mean, the thing is that we don't even know what the hell Peacemaker is yet,
right? Yeah. But here's the thing: I'm not
all. We have no context.
I'm not gonna make an entire video like Nerdette said. I'm not gonna make a video on Nerdette and be like, "Oh my god, Nerdette said that Zack Snyder fans are crazy sometimes. Like some of them are crazy.
My next video title.
How dare she?
Well, no.
How dare she? No, why? Why can't she have an opinion that's opposite mine? And here's the thing: her experience with Snyder people is different than other people's. Basically, how other people interact with Snyder fans. So maybe her opinion's based on all the negative interactions she's personally had with them. That doesn't mean
just go subscribe to the Snyderverse channel and just listen to that, and you're going to get a lot of positivity.
I do know. I think Ryan's a fair guy. He's not. I have a feeling he's not really looking forward to the Suicide Squad based on.
I'm going to watch it.
Okay.
I'm not. RJ put it up, but I'm just like, they had Stallone, and I'm like, you're making him into an idiot shark. Like, come on, man. I've seen so many better incarnations of this so far. For everything that I've seen in just that one character. I'm like, oh, man, I like King Shark. And I'm like, damn it. I'm like, what the fuck?
There's different interpretations. You got the CW.
There are different interpretations.
I mean, if you don't like one, there's something else out there for you.
Sure. I liked what they did with him in CW. Like you just brought up. I think CW King Shark is a lot more terrifying than Suicide Squad King Shark.
I think that's the intention, though. I think it is going for a different tone, though, which is fine.
It is. It is. Like I said, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. And that's what he's done. He's like King Shark is more of a sort of Groot / Bautista type character, and he's kind of like there, and he'll say he's more like Groot. He's just gonna say the same shit, or I guess Weasel is like Rocket Raccoon, and Harley is gonna be like Gamora, and what's his face?
Who's
that? Yeah, I mean, they're just sort of swapping people out for it's the same shit, and that's why I think that this movie is
I don't know for sure yet
because he's comfortable.
I don't know for sure yet if I would call it a copy of Guardians of the Galaxy yet. I mean,
it's going to be okay. I'll make it equivalent to it's going to be Ghostbusters and Evolution. Same fucking movie.
So hold on. Here's my thing. This is the thing I like about DC and Marvel having all these.
Gross.
That's
DC
actually
Marvel
true, by the
have-
way. That's actually true.
Really?
Yeah, in Apocalypse War. they
Okay,
mentioned
thanks,
it.
RJ.
I have to say something I almost
remember
forgot. Shame on
I own
all
that
of you. Shame on all of you in that Saggy Melons Discord. I am never going back to Discord. I cannot sleep at night. You know who you are. Hans Reyes.
Oh, come on, Max.
Oh my goodness. I said kick me out. I said kick me out.
He wanted to see the Not Safe for Work channel in Discord, and he was very horrified.
Oh,
Listen,
I used to like glazed donuts.
Ew. So what are you glazing?
This donut's better
No,
than
no, no,
Twitter.
no, no.
I don't want to know. I still
no.
like glazed donuts. So
No, you're the worst one, Rhea. She told me to come back.
See,
I was shocked, Rhea.
I just want to mention.
I love Rhea.
oh yes.
I love Rhea, but I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
he didn't
I
leave.
can-
Leave the Discord, guys. He just left that role that gave him access to the Not Safe for Work
Cha-ching.
channel. Anyways, back to my point. Yeah. So DC and Marvel do like
Shame on you.
multiverses and stuff, which I like because this is why I like the multiverse. 'Cause I've had these arguments with people. Oh, the multiverse is stupid. I'm like, no. It gives us multiple different types of versions of these things.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get one type of project you're gonna like, and you're gonna get something you hate. It's fine.
Yeah.
If you, that's the point. Like you're gonna get multiple versions of different variants of characters, and that's just what it was.
We all
So-
we
I'm
all
okay
know
with
this
that.
manga. You don't have to. We know long. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I just wanted to say real quickly, like with the Peacemaker thing, I'm not actually looking forward to that show. Like, all I've ever said
Why are you
was,
defending yourself? Nobody. It was a joke.
Yeah, I know. Nobody's really accusing you.
Nobody really.
Just
accused
like-
you.
but just out of curiosity,
general
what are you
thing, though.
looking forward to most?
probably the Batman.
Mine
Probably that
off.
is.
He's
that's
in the
probably one-
Peacemaker.
Well, no, I'm talking about well, not Peacemaker.
You know
I'm talking
what?
about in
This-
general.
this
for
might-
DC.
Brian, I'm
Jarbo
actually
description.
looking forward to the Flash the most.
You know
just to
what?
see they did.
The thing that they released today, where it had a stand-in, but then also Ezra on set, and they were in two different outfits. I was like, "Oh snap! Are they doing two different versions of Ezra, two different versions of Barry in the same scene in the same city, or is it like, are they doing a Bill and Ted, where it's like the future Barry is talking to the past Barry or whatever, or are they doing like?" Marty McFly, where it's like, they don't want to touch each other because they're from different multiverse or whatever. One of them has flash powers, the other one doesn't, or something. I don't know. Very interesting what they put out today.
Yeah. By the way, I have to respond to Matt Jarbo's comment. Multiverse is dumb. Well, you know why it's not dumb? Because in another reality, I actually like you.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
No, it was actually
thought he was
interesting.
okay
The
with
thing
it
about
with Marvel.
DC. Oh, go ahead.
Matt, there's
thought
some
Matt
people
was
that
okay.
dislike you in every verse.
Poor Matt Jarbo.
The Jarbo verse.
What's-
Marvel?
Multiverse like Marvel? Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, they're still early in it. They might have a struggle with it as well. You don't know.
Yeah, well, the thing is that like I think fans I put out an image on Twitter months ago, right? And I put in there what we're hearing from what was going to be happening in the Flash movie, and I was like, oh man, this is dope. You could have Brandon Routh and then Ben Affleck and hell even Michael Keaton, and you could have what's his name, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You could have Grant Gustin. You could have all this different iterations
Thanks,
of these
Ambassador.
characters.
I do have a janky hoodie. Sorry.
There you go. But you could have all these characters in this movie, and it could be just a smorgasbord, a plethora of different characters, and then they just started closing off doors and making it smaller, and the same thing with Zack Snyder's doing the Jon Stewart Green Lantern. They were like they did not want him to be at the end of the movie. They were like, no, you can't have Jon Stewart. We're going to be using him for this other thing. But if it's a multiverse, then let there be 5, 6, 7, 12 different Jon Stewarts. Just give me good movies,
Right.
give me good stories that I can watch and give a shit about. And I don't care if it's a different actor every time. Or it would be, what would also be dope is if you had Henry Cavill come in, and in one movie he's wearing the Man of Steel outfit. In another movie he's wearing the Superman t-shirt with jeans on, but he's playing a completely different version of Clark. just something interesting, something new, something different that nobody's doing or has done. And then that'd be amazing. But are they? No, they're stupid. They're small-minded. And that's just frustrating as a fan.
That's something. There's a question I wanted to ask you, Ryan, since we haven't talked a little bit about like where we think DC movies and Snyderverse possibilities are now. If you had to take a guess, and I'll go first.
Yeah,
I think there's lots of possibilities. I think a lot of these. I'm not going to which websites do the clickbait articles of potential series and movie projects. I think in Hollywood, lots of stuff is talked about. Not everything goes forward. So I don't think they're actually always making up shit. It's possible they do too, just to get the clicks. But I think lots of things are discussed. It's just there's so much up in the air with the Discovery. Even if it would have been, they said we're going to continue with the Snyderverse and then this Discovery thing happened, I think it still wouldn't be a sure thing. I really think anything this is my interpretation. Then we'll go to Ryan and then Eddie and then Firewater, Saggy, RJ, Geeks. I just think there's too much up in the air. They are still throwing things at a wall. There's like anything that's being filmed is being filmed, and that's what they're focusing on. And they really, I don't think anything's set in stone right now. Honestly, going away from the Snyderverse or going towards the Snyderverse, I think what you're getting is what you get, and that's it. If you followed Warner Brothers and DC in the past, they make a cluster of films, and then they release them, and then there's a big gap. So we're getting what we get. If it lands, it lands. I don't say, I'm not like a Snyder Karen like Matt Jarbo and say it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Stranger things have happened. Well,
I mean, if you're gonna be the what is it? Who's the one if by sea, two if by land? Pierre, what is his name? From the colonial days, he was like, yeah, if it's God, not Jack the Ripper. What the fuck? I don't know. Anyway, if you're going to be one of those people that just like, hey, it's not going to happen, or hey, it's definitely going to happen, like you have no absolutes, right? Now, if you had asked me before they canceled New Gods, and before they canceled The Trench, I would have said no. They want it to end. And they wanted to, they want to kill it off because what they're going to do is they're going to add, the New Gods. They're going to add Darkseid. They're going to add Highfather. They're going to add Orion. They're going to add this lore that's going to contradict what Zack Snyder's Justice League did because of their whole multiverse thing, which would have been cool anyway because, again, it's a freaking multiverse. Do whatever the hell you want. But they canceled it. It was I don't want to say stuck in development hell, but it was really stuck in development hell. Mm-hmm. They had something really cool. They had a really good draft. They were working on it. Ava, was continuing. I think she was like maybe 4 or 5 drafts in, and then they pulled the plug on it. And she wasn't like heartbroken by it. I mean, but it was something. It was a passion project for her at the time. And that she's no longer working on.
But
Same
thing. Matt, you're just as bad as people that say it's absolutely going to happen. Yeah, okay. But Matt Jarbo here, look at his comments. Legitimately, you don't know any more than anyone else, Matt, in saying that it's not going to happen. You just don't know either.
Well, no one knows anything. My source says that we have no idea. And the same thing with the Trench movie. Like, nobody asked, no, it's another one. Nobody asked for the fucking Trench. They were like, hey, instead of Aquaman 2, which is filming now, we're going to make the Trench. Like, what? It was a cool sequence. It was really neat. But I don't care about watching how these, like the little like history lesson that we got from, what happened with these, or how these things became these creatures and the other ones that look like crabs was fine. I don't need exposition. I don't care. It was just a cool sequence. And so they pulled those, and they pulled them. One of them was, in fact, definitely a Walter Hamada thing, which was the Trench. He was like, "Yeah, let's do that." They're not doing it. So now that they're not doing it, they're like, it's the same thing. We don't want to confuse the fans. So if they don't want to confuse the fans, you're not going to give any Darkseid at all. No, you're going to continue this other thing. And I do want to see what's going on or what's going to happen with the Discovery takeover. But again, those movies are not going to be green lit until next year when it completes, maybe third quarter,
like in the fall. Yeah, probably in the
fall. Right, third quarter at the earliest.
Don't worry, Matt. I'll get to your comment, but here's a great friend and a paying customer, Zantet. Well, I need to have you on the show again, brother. The multiverse will give DC an opportunity to sell diverse stories. Batman Beyond, Flashpoint, Bat Family, Only Universe, Justice League stories, etc. Yes, it does give them opportunities to continue the Snyderverse. It's just, will they capitalize on that?
Literally, all they need to do is just say, okay, we're doing a different plan. Confidence. Well, here's the thing: just have a separate plan for your theatrical. Do whatever you want at the movies, but let the Snyderverse exist on HBO Max. Like, I don't even care if it's a series. Like, do a series. Like, I don't even care if it's
But what you're doing with that, RJ, is you're doing what they're doing in a way, in that you're trying to compartmentalize. You're saying, okay, Snyderverse exists on HBO Max. This verse exists in theaters. This verse exists on CW. This verse exists. Like, who cares where it goes, right? Like, let everything go to the theater. Let everything go to freaking HBO Max. You know, release the Batgirl on HBO Max. Release the Batgirl on the big screen. Same thing with Blue Beetle. They were like, Blue Beetle should be on HBO Max. Fuck that. Put it in the theater. I'd rather see it in the theater, actually.
No, I get that, but the thing is, though, like, I'm looking at this from a realistic perspective, because that's not the way businessmen think. They're like, okay, we need to, like, not confuse the general audiences, not,
that's
like
the whole problem. That's their whole issue.
One sticks here.
Is that they're like, oh, we're going to confuse people. They're confusing everybody regardless of what they're doing. I'm confused at every damn decision that they've made.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But I say, so what, Matt Jargle?
Because that was thickest things on Wall right now.
But this was before they okayed the Snyder Cut to be released. They didn't want that too. He could have said the exact same thing, so it doesn't make any difference, really.
Yeah.
Your comment, it doesn't. If it's popular and the consumer wants it, it's just it's. I don't think it's as big as it could have been, though. The Snyder Cut. I think it was very good numbers, very positive. But I think
Oh, it could have been bigger. The reason why it wasn't bigger is because WB didn't advertise. But and same thing, they're getting the sales from Amazon, and you can't hide the sales from Amazon as far as the numbers, but they're getting the sales because they're the distributor. So they're reaping some benefits. They're reaping financial benefits, financial gains from this property. So they're just not doing it just because they're spiteful. And that's not the way it should be. And the only people that get hurt is not really the people that work on the film. It actually kind of does, but they'll find a job. It's the fans that really enjoy these iterations. What's happening, what's going on. Like we've been sitting on our hands with Henry Cavill for how many years?
Yeah,
I'm like what he's an actor. He wants to be Superman. He wants much so that he brought in the director from Mission Impossible. It's like, hey, he's got a story. Let's do this. They're like, no, we've got a plan.
I want to get to
like 2 movies and said no.
I defer the rest of my time to Eddie.
Well, I want to get we will get to Eddie for sure, but I want to get to Firewater because I know he's sort of like at the hour mark. He's like, okay, I got to dip. So
okay.
Firewater, if you're still there, I want to get your thoughts on what you think's going to happen. If anyone, what your opinion is on people that say it's going to happen or people that say it's dead. Just your honest opinion of where we are right now. If you're still there.
Thank you for your amazing input, Firewater.
Oh, that was a
pleasure to have you here. My mind's been blown.
All right. Okay. Well, RJ or Eddie or Zaggy or Geeks. RJ, you want to go, or and then Eddie?
Yeah. What was the question again? I'm pulling
where you really believe. Like, there's 2 extremes. There's people that say it's going to happen definitely. There's all the articles coming out that are kind of losing a little steam now. Like, we can't keep saying okay. I really just think there's no forward momentum. Everything's in a stalemate right now. We really just got to wait and see how the cards play. But what's your opinion? Is it just never going to happen? Or
I'd say this: nothing is set in stone until end of next year. I don't know if nobody knows.
Oh God,
nobody really knows. At the end of the day, my thing is that. End of the day, stop telling people how to spend their money. People want to go watch the Suicide Squad, go watch it. It's not going to hurt the movement. Just continue your fan campaigns to the motion comic and all that good stuff, and just keep going. And we'll see what happens. End of the day, when nobody knows.
All right. Eddie, do you want to go next? And then I also wanted to highlight George. This is an excellent comment. Zach's Rebel Moon's project for me signals the end of the Snyder directing DC movies. Netflix.
Hold up, I'm doing something.
Okay. Well, never mind. Saggy, you want to go?
So.
Keep in mind, Matt Jarbo's just entered the building.
George, it doesn't.
So let him have it.
It doesn't. He's going to work. He's going to work.
First of all, for once, so I kind of a little bit agree with Jarbo. Now, here's the thing. When I say I kind of agree with Jarbo, no. The reason I say I kind of agree with Jarbo is that there is nothing. Yes, there is nothing we as fans really can do at this point to kind of sway WB to allow Zach to do what he wants to do. So it's out of our hands. Now, however, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's 100% over, but as far as we can tell right now as it stands, yes, it is. And I think the way we should be handling this situation, instead of using the hashtag or something, is just to constantly empty our wallets and support everything that Zach does from this day forward. And support him hard, because if WB starts seeing how much his fans really have power and support in him and everything he's doing, they might change their minds. Might. However, we won't know for a while because things take time. There are steps that have to be made. So I think, in a sense, when Jarbo says, I don't think it's going to happen, yeah, right now, I don't think anything's going to happen right now. I don't think that since WB right now has no interest in having Zach do this, it's out of his hands. It's out of Zach's hands. He can't do anything about it, and neither can we.
Hey,
so
G'day, fellas.
So I think it's fair to say the only thing we can do is just put all of our effort and resources into supporting everything that Zach does from this day forward until WB decides to be like, hey, maybe since his fans are really pushing that support on him, maybe we'll bring him back to do the Snyderverse.
Well, as long as Toby is in office, that's another thing. That's another obstacle, because Toby's not the guy that greenlit the Snyder Cut, and he's still in power.
Matt Jarbo's comment here, this could be something or could be nothing, honestly, because they're more concerned about their jobs and projects that are like in active development right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It could be something, could be nothing, really.
Yeah, I was going to say real quick, let Jarbo go, but then I actually had a question for Ryan since he was here, actually. So,
yeah.
I was going to say let Jarbo go first since he's here. He's probably driving. He has he can't stay for very long.
Okay, Matt,
I gotta
bring the heat.
I gotta get an order here pretty soon. So the thing is, it's like this.
I have other movie topics too for later. Go ahead. Sorry.
You won't get to them, Max. Let's be fair. So the thing is look, when it comes to this situation, Zach has said Warner's doesn't want to work with him, that they haven't talked to him, that they haven't given him any information, that they've gone silent. That pretty much indicates that he's over. He's got a new movie in development over at Warner or over at Netflix. Same with a couple shows. So you can see he's moved on, and that's great. The new regime that's going to come in is not going to make the same, and I'm going to say it, mistake that the last regime did, which is throw all of their eggs in the Zack Snyder basket. I'm sorry.
Oh, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't throw all the eggs. They should. I think they should give him some of the eggs. Like, give him one more film, right? Give him one film. Say, hey, and then put your eggs in the other baskets. I agree.
I say give him a limited series to finish up 2 and 3 on the Nightmare timeline, and then to reset things. But where Warner's is right now, with all the controversy and the fact that some Snyder Cut fans are calling anyone who supports James Gunn and James Gunn himself pedophiles as a result of supporting Suicide Squad or wanting to see it, is further going to show them that this whole thing is just a gigantic mistake and not to give it any attention. So it's like, that's the problem. Is people getting...
It's a crazy Twitter person. You don't have the whole fandom retweeting that person that said something crazy, though. Hopefully.
No, but there are a lot of vocal people that I've seen attacking James Gunn.
Yeah.
And criticizing anyone who wants to watch Suicide Squad. And there's no denying that the fucking fan base is fractured, is damaged, as you said. So that's the whole point. Too
much infighting. We're damaged too by WB. Like it's hard. Like I want to be critical of my fellow friends, but I understand. It is a gut punch when you see a director having such a great experience. And you're like, man, my favorite director is fighting for hell just to get the original vision.
Well, Max, I'll also argue too that there's.
What the hell?
Well,
I didn't even drink it.
I was gonna say, like, I would argue that there's so much infighting, it's become demoralizing for many people. Like, they're just like, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm done. There's just too much stuff going on. I'm not saying it's everybody. I'm just saying how it feels a lot right now.
I'll join in the hashtag when I feel there's like an opportunity, but like doing it every day now, I can't do it. I'm just like, okay, I support you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like RJ said, there's so many people who have been fighting for this, and they got what they wanted. We all cheered. It was cool. We all saw it. It was a great moment.
Seeing Darth Vader on screen with Darkseid and then never get to see him again.
Right, but at the same time, it's like everyone said, if Zach, it's out of Zach's hands.
Yeah,
it's out of our hands. What is stopping us? WB, who unfortunately controls everything. So right now, there is nothing that we can do.
Well, even if honestly, WB hasn't said yes since before the Snyder Cut was announced.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do shit. This is HBO Max. This was two guys that got let go from WB, and then also Jason Kylar. So I mean, it has nothing. WB's always been a no. That's not new news. Nobody's breaking ground with that. You know, it's and that's where, and everybody is still saying, you know, WB is the savior. They gotta come in and tag Zach back in or something. It's like, no, dude. WB's they're done so. Yeah. They're finished. They don't want Zach.
Well, you know, to add on that point real quick, Ryan, it's the same thing that happened with Jason Keelar, where it's like, oh, he's the savior, he's the key to everything, and now they hate him because he's tweeting about Space Jam and Suicide Squad, saying, "Oh, you're being a traitor." It's like,
oh, he was never real heat. I like the problem is the legacy. Don't cancel.
Well, and people. Well, I'm saying the same mistakes can be made with David Zaslav, where they think he's the savior, and we don't know for sure what his motivation is.
I can agree with that point. Like, I don't have all my eggs in one basket with Zaslav. Right. You know, like I don't even know if. I mean, guys, like DC is not their most lucrative property, right? It's a lucrative property, but it's not the most lucrative property for Warner Brothers. Could they milk the shit out of it and make it into something fantastic? To where almost every single movie that they pump out is maybe close to $1 billion, whether it's on the big screen or on the small screen. Yeah, they could, but I don't think they have the right people, the right department heads or CEO, CFO, CIO, COO, whatever involved that can actually make that happen. I don't think I have no faith in the people that are making these movies, you know, as far as like funding the movies, like the people, the creatives, sure. You know, the suits need to leave the creatives alone.
Even though this isn't the real Walter Hamada, removing yourself from being a Snyder fan, a DC fan, it's a rarity that one director gets to make this many in one franchise, this many films. And Zach did have a lot, even if he doesn't get to continue, he had a lot of films.
I mean, look what he's doing for Netflix.
I mean, it's a rarity.
Army of the Dead. You've got
a rarity nowadays.
Yeah, he's going off on the Rebel Moon thing. I mean, you know, he's making different franchises that, again, he was building this awesome universe. And yeah, you know, there are some things that I don't agree with what Zach did. You know, as far as like narrative, I would have done things a little bit differently. I would have maybe tweaked things here and there or whatever. I don't think that, you know, he's without flaw. He's a guy, whatever. He has flaw. He does make course corrections, things like that. You can see him throughout the art, the three movies, Man of Steel, BVS Ultimate Edition.
What do you like, man? I like Nothing. Roosevelt, but what do you like? He says everything is.
Yeah, I think he's trolling. But
well, feel free to say, but I want to hear something you like. That's actually a good segue into something.
Well, I was actually going to ask Ryan something real quick before we moved on.
Yeah, sure.
But only if like Max, you're okay with it, because it's kind of connected to the Snyder Cut, but it's like my
just be careful because we're very creative people. I know what you want to bring up. There's very creative people that are trying to put their heart, soul in something. So
absolutely no. It's not me throwing.
Oh, you want to bring up the project that I'm working on?
No. I want to ask you as a fellow artist, like what you think about the motion comic controversy in regards to like the accusations of tracing.
I know the artist that's working on the piece that you're talking about, and he did not trace
Yeah, because there's accusations of tracing for like multiple pieces of art.
No, so what we're doing, and I'm working on this too, is we're looking at these artists, the Jim Lee work. We're picking out poses and things like that, and we're recreating things.
Okay.
If you look at my, if you go to my channel and you look at the way I'm drawing, I drew the Flash, right? I drew it. I didn't think
it's not me trying to hate, by the way. I just wanted to ask. Just
no,
like
no. It's all good. It's a legit question. Is that like I saw something that a Flash pose that I liked that Jim Lee drew. He's my favorite artist. I was like, that's freaking awesome. I found the same pose from David Finch. Same exact pose. Everything's the same, right? David Finch didn't trace either. And so what I did was like, okay, I've got these two artists that I admire. They did this Flash pose that I like. I was like, let me do that. So I drew it. And then I was like, well, hell, let me do this on YouTube. And so I did it on YouTube. I said, okay, let me do the shadows, shading. Let me do the flatting. Let me do the coloring. Let me add the effects and all that. And I kind of gave everyone step by step of the process of how these things are made or whatever. But again, my version wasn't tracing either. It was my own interpretation of the exact same pose. What people don't understand who don't draw.
Yeah, that's why I want an artist perspective, because I feel like an artist would be able to clarify that, because I know people who aren't artists are going to look at that and say, oh, it's copying the same thing, but it's really not in some regards.
Right. So like when we're working on these things, we can see and we have access to the different stages of the process. So that's how I know that this individual is not tracing the artwork in question. But not only that, I can also tell from the line weights and the I even just as a fun piece today I did for Dawson, sent it to him. I laid both images on top of each other. I did mine a little bit more accurate. He posted his on Twitter. I didn't. I just gave it to him because he'd already seen it. So, but I posted it, and you can definitely tell, even from doing that, how different the art is. The drawing is. So, I mean, people, I think, and this is just my opinion, is that they want to hate, or they want to try to call things out just to get a pat on the back.
That's the internet,
it's not really about they're not scrutinizing or anything like that. And the guy that drew it, he's in school still, right? He's a young guy, and it really did affect him. He let it affect him. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking pushing 40, so I don't give a fuck. Nobody can really get under my skin. So the thing is that he let it get under his skin. We've already talked to him. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, the project that we're working on, nobody's getting paid for. We're doing it.
Yeah.
I can't get too much into this because of legal issues or whatever. But we've had a lot of people, claiming that we're gonna start making money off of this. So. I mean, that's and Warner Brothers is cracking down on us. No, dude, we got lawyers that we're working with, and we're good to go. So
cool. I want to give ultimate props to the group that's putting this together, because I'll say, and then I want to say to Zentek, I want to hear from you, because I know you might have to go soon. I wanted to get your chance to say something about DC fandom. But we're critical of the Snyder fans that might go too far on social media. That's all fandoms. These are fans that may be frustrated, but they're doing a creative outlet with that frustration and creating something using their time. So that should be applauded. Good work, Ryan. I look forward to looking into it.
I mean, dude, one of the things that, one of the big reasons why we did is because, I had Andre and Anthony fly over to Houston, and we were going to drive to Dallas to go see it, right? And like a week before their flight, they moved that portion out and replaced it with the Friends set. So we didn't get to see it. So I had to make alternate plans and because I bought airline tickets and had them come over and all that. And I mean, we had a good time still, but the purpose was for us to all go to to Dallas and view the exhibit. Well, we didn't get to, and we're like, so we've talked to a lot of people since, and not a lot of people still don't know about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we thought, well, hell, wouldn't it be cool to kind of visualize that, and because Jim Lee did draw, he made scribbles and stuff like that, and we're like, wouldn't it be awesome if we did that, but just on a larger scale?
Yeah.
And then we got connected to a couple different other artists and things like that, and it just kind of grew, and we've already had connections with other people, talent from the actual movies, and we're like, well, let's just ask them. And they were down, and we were like, okay, great, let's just let's have some fun here, right?
No, I think I'm
fans doing something positive. It's not hurting anyone. Don't be.
No, absolutely. I'm very much looking forward to it. I think sadly,
I want to hear from Zentech in a second too.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say real quick, I think a lot of people, are rooting for this thing to fail for whatever reason. I think there's like agendas pushing it because, like, people just want to feel like they're in the right about stuff, and they want, as you were putting it, they want to feel like, oh, they're calling something out to get, brownie points. Or
everybody feels like they need to pick a side. So either you're Pepsi or Coke, or you're politics.
Certain people involved.
Right.
So
you're either right or left, or you're either this or that. You've got to choose a side, male, female, blah blah blah, whatever the hell it is. They try to make it's either all the way this way or all the way this way. There's no gray area. And if you choose whatever side, then you gotta own everything that side owns, or whatever it is.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you about it, because
let's hear from Zentech though, because it's at the hour mark, and I want him to get his voice in a little bit, whatever he wants to say about go ahead, Zentech.
No, I was actually going to ask. That's an interesting project. So, really quickly, Ryan, who will be making extra creative decisions? I know it's based on the storyboards.
Yes.
But it's not 100% filled in, those storyboards. So will there be some
we do have some filler. We have some filler designs. We have some filler dialogue. And everything I can't discuss who's in charge of that or who's over that because it's multiple people. But yeah, I mean, so there are some things that I drew that are not in the storyboard, but it makes sense that they're there because if it's connective tissue. So it just has to kind of, it's kind of like, if you're making a Lego building and you don't have all blue blocks, but you know the structure, but you pick up the other colored blocks anyway because you want to finish the structure. So it's just, and at the end of the day, it makes the building, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. It's not all blue, but I get it. So and we're working with storyboards that were done before the release of BVS.
Yeah. So I do know that some of these have changed, even in Zack Snyder's.
And there's stuff that Zack Snyder has that he's not making available to the public. He's keeping it close to the chest. And that's another reason why, I've told Max this before, is that I still have hope for the Snyderverse, because if it was dead, he'd be like, well, it's fire. It's cool. I like it. I'm going to share it. Because that's Zack. He shares it. I mean, did we see the Green Lantern shit? Yeah, we did. Not 4K, but we saw a lot more than he originally was going or was allowed. He was allowed to release 0, but we got the name of the guy. We got the visual effects guys. We got so much. Outside of getting the exact scene rendered and given to us on a disc. It's like, here's your Green Lantern performance.
Yeah, I'm still pissed that they never got released, by the way.
Yeah, and that's not going to be on the 4K released disc. It's eventually, if it sees the light of day, the sequence, the interaction between Ben and Wayne, you're gonna see it on the internet.
Yeah, and so the problem is that we wouldn't. Going back to the initial conversation earlier, was that if Warner Brothers had just given Zack his 5-part anthology, we'd be avoiding so many problems amongst the fandom. There wouldn't be that massive divide. They wouldn't have to be scrambling for all these different kinds of movies. I I like the idea of the multiverse, but only in a certain way if it's to tell specific stories or to segment the universes or to tell specific stories. I do feel that in a way they're using this to sort of just test the waters to see what's going to sell. Because at the end of the day, they're a business.
Yeah.
They want to make their money. So they're just trying to see what's going to, which they'll try a multiverse. And then let's say they do a Robert Pattinson Batman centric universe or something and that's selling. Then they'll focus purely on that and they'll put all their resources on that. That'll be what you see in the big screen. That's where all the money will go into. And then we'll get like these cheap CW-esque shit. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, I mean,
hey guys, real quick, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna Max, I'm just beat, man. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you all for having me, and I'll catch y'all later. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, man. Good talking to you, man.
Good night. Good night. Have a good evening.
All right.
See ya.
Well, we are going to segue into some other movie topics too. I do want to start to do. I'm actually planning things for the future for Movie Madness to try to make the show a little bit better, and I want to try to find something positive each day to cover in the movie topics.
Yeah.
And
So, like, when are we going to get Darth Vader back on the screen?
Well, funny you mentioned that, Ryan.
I'm not talking Anakin.
No, I'm saying series. Yeah, well, that's what I was going to mention because Sun Kang's been spilling the beans a lot and spoiling some things about that show, which I find hilarious.
Cool. I mean, I'm definitely interested. I'm interested in the Book of Boba Fett.
Okay,
that's the other one that I'm looking forward to. I think they're further along with that one.
Yeah, it's going to come out in December.
And what's funny is the Mandalorian, like. He's only coming back to do his voice. That's he doesn't do well.
I'm more glad to see him in The Last of Us than coming back as the Mando, even though I love the Mando.
Yeah, did you guys see how much money they're investing? Apparently, it's like in the above seven figures. Like it's a ton of money.
Here's my good feeling topic for the day. It's just I like seeing like character actors or something get a spot as a superhero. It's something different from them. She's been in some sitcoms. She-Hulk, Jamil. I know who she is. She's on a few sitcoms I watch.
Yeah. She's playing Titania, the She-Hulk villain.
Yeah. So I like also when they post videos of them training. I'm not playing the audio, but
it's not Warner Brothers, so you should be fine.
Can you go? Can you go full screen? It's kind of hard. Never mind. I guess you can kind of see it. Yeah, that's better.
Worse. Oh, what the hell?
Oh no!
You want to buy a car?
Oh, RJ.
39 months.
What the heck?
It's not. Hey, listen, Max. It's not my fault. You choked Joe Blow.
That's a funny poster. Like, so President Loki's like the main, and he was there for like a minute.
right.
And that was one thing I never understood about Loki is that every other Loki is non-Tom Hiddleston, but that particular Loki is Tom Hiddleston. Made no sense. It should have been some completely different actor with a pin, and you should have just known he was Loki. It made no sense that it was the same actor.
RJ thought it was a Maya Rudolph video, and he's like, "Blow that up! Blow that shit up!" Here we go.
Gosh.
All right, I'm not playing the audio,
but I believe I get to say this, but
I kind of got a crush on her. She's beautiful. Look at that. I mean, I've seen better fight sequences.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was my good news for today. Okay, that's no one cares.
My good news actually is it's a reminder. Actually, next Friday, Masters of the Universe Revelation comes out on Netflix, Part 1.
Okay, I'm interested to see that one. I like the trailer. I like the trailer.
I just love Powerhouse Animation. I think they do a great job at Castlevania and Blood of Zeus. So I'm looking forward to see their animation work on that.
Here's more really good.
Here's more good news. This looks bomb. Cookie Pop. Oreo cookie popcorn.
Max, hold on. Max, do you need help finding topics? Because I can pull up some topics.
On other topics, I'm still working on my weight, but I want some Oreo popcorn.
Oh no! I've seen like Twix pop, and
I'm
so disappointed. This is like when Saggy brought bubble tea to everyone. We're losing viewers.
Oh man.
Oh my God! Really? All of you?
I disavow.
You don't hate it till you try it. It's just
I mean, the
like,
best thing about that is I like the packaging.
Mm-hmm.
Packaging looks pretty dope.
Hey, Max.
But everything else is a nope.
Why don't we talk about those flash leaks that Ryan was talking about earlier, like the Batmobile and Ezra Miller, those pictures?
Well, I did have other topics.
We could.
I want to share this.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Batmobile. That one,
Zentek,
and then Ben Affleck's. I like his too.
The Oreo cookie popcorn.
Yes, I would definitely try, but in Australia we don't get as many good snacks as you guys do.
Oh, okay.
When I went to America a few years ago, and I just stocked up on a whole load of like Twinkies and all the Hostess stuff.
I still
amazing.
do.
Yeah, they're so good. I'm a snackaholic, man.
Oh, okay.
I can't do Twinkies anymore because when I was a kid they were great, but then they changed their formula or something. Now they're like greasy and slimy, and
that's what makes them so good, though.
Oh no! They were bigger. Now they're a little shriveled, and I'm like, no. I'll do a zinger. I'll do a ding dong before I do a Twinkie.
I can stand Twinkies.
Yeah.
Let's share this from The Rock's Instagram.
Yeah.
He completed filming. Listen, WB, besides Snyder, I keep saying they're all over the place. Look how long it took to get him as Black Adam. That's the proof in the pudding
12 years.
There.
But this, but this isn't even WB. This is new. I mean,
I was
New
in
Line
Boston when they announced it.
Well, let's watch this.
Hey guys, this is DJ's last day. I just want to say it's been an honor.
DJ, I want to call him DJ.
Generosity and professionalism is unbelievable. Let's give it up for DJ, guys.
I'm excited about him seeing Black Adam.
So those two guys in the suits, what characters are they? That's what I want to know.
No idea. I have no
They're
idea.
the only ones in costume. And his costume is hidden by a gown.
Yeah.
But like what kind of like they don't look like soldiers that I'm familiar with.
Oh, that's the guy on the left is Batman, and the guy on the right is
Hey, yeah, it's Batman and Ezra Miller. They just kind of showed up.
Honestly, they're like, could you get us out of the harness before you did speeches?
Yeah, right.
They're like, he's holding his crotch.
He's got to pee.
Oh, this guy's uncomfortable. Yeah, he does. He's like, we've just been filming for how many hours?
He's like, I can't say nothing. The Rock is gonna get me.
Look at Nick giving me the bullshit. Oh, you gotta press the button. Oh. Guys, I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart for this experience. This has been once in a lifetime for me. I've been a lucky guy to have the career that I've been so blessed with. But it doesn't happen without teamwork, and so many of you have been my family over the years. Years and years now that we've worked very closely together. Black Adam, it's a career definer for me. I can't thank you enough, truly from deep in my bones, for the commitment and the sacrifice, the time away from your family.
Oh, there's Hawkman.
To make something special. Really?
Yeah, that's Hawkman. It's Aldous Hodge.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
In our business, so I want to say thank you.
Oh, great.
So much, guys.
So he makes it.
This has been I will never forget this experience of Black Adam, and I cannot wait for the world to see Black Adam.
I'm excited for this
so they can
movie.
see your incredible skill and your incredible talent, everybody in this room. So guys, thank you very much. I love you, and we're going to do $5 Friday and pull the bucket. What's the price now? What is it? Awesome. So we're going to make it $10,000.
So he puts a raffle for cast crew members to pull for up to 10,000, I think.
So they get a bonus.
Bonus.
3 names. 50, 30, 20. 50, 30, 20. So first one's third place. 20%.
Yep, Nick has 300 tickets. All right.
Oh yeah, Firewater's not here for the bonus.
20%. Now it's 30%. Second place, 30%.
Here we go. Jordy, electric.
Good for you, Jordy. Good for you, man. Get that bonus.
What the hell, Rhea? He's working.
Here we go.
Put it back in. Repull.
Mad Max, yeah.
Mad Max.
You can't read.
KB?
Why is Anthony giving out money?
Congratulations on your dollars. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you all down the hill. Love you guys. Go Fandom.
So
Can I just say real quick though? I find it fascinating that they're hiding the suit still.
You know what? Black Adam has done a fantastic job. I mean, it's all close set, but they've done a fantastic job of keeping us in the dark.
No leaks at all. No set photos, nothing.
Yeah, we do have to get ACS Universe to do Black Adam skits and stuff. We do. He needs,
Do you guys think that we'll see any like ancient Amazonians or Atlanteans in this movie?
I don't know.
It would be neat to see some connectivity, but I think it'll be loose. Like whatever you saw in Shazam, the first one, like the Batarang or the bullet from Superman or the Superman, costume or whatever. It'll be or the Wonder Woman T-shirt or the Atlantean T-shirt. It'll be like hints. Well, like it'll be like Easter eggs of the Atlanteans, Easter eggs of the Themyscirians, something like that. Like in the sort of maybe the hieroglyphics or whatever, you might have something like that. I don't think we'll see Amazonians or I don't think we'll see Atlanteans or anything like that. They maybe even mention it.
Yeah.
So we'll go through. Oh, go ahead, Saggy.
I was just gonna say, honestly, I have no interest whatsoever in Shazam or Black Adam. But
why?
Because I just don't care about those characters. I never cared about.
Don't you like The Rock?
RJ, can you shut the hell up so I can finish my damn sentence?
Wow. Whoa!
Thanks,
man.
Shut up.
I was asking a question.
She who has 1,000
went straight to her head. That 1K.
Yeah, 1K. She's like 1K.
getting to
Cut off
it.
their heads.
Shut the-
I was getting to it. Damn, RJ.
That's why you lost 30 subs.
She's wondering herself, Roosevelt.
Wow. Okay, RJ. I see you. I see you.
Oh.
I see you. You see that
Ray is
shade?
protecting her woman too.
Exactly.
All right, go ahead.
I'm on
Thanks,
Saggy's
RJ.
side.
Never mind. Go back to me. Circle back because RJ.
What? I was asking a question.
There you go. Mansplaining. Uh-oh.
Well, I had rapid fire movie topics that we could get through real quick. This is exciting to me because I think it's one of the hidden gems in the monster movie. The Godzilla King Kong monsterverse. Kong Skull Island director lands Gundam live action movie. I'm looking forward to this. We're not going to get another Pacific Rim, but this might be good. It's a
Wasn't
big
this announced like months ago?
Shut up, RJ.
I was asking a question.
I don't know. I thought that was new.
I've never heard it because I don't keep up with stuff like that genre. I don't keep up with it. So it's new to me.
I'm not a big fan.
Oh, here's a controversial one that I don't know if we could do real quick. I was gonna.
Oh, you're talking about Transformers Beast Wars?
No, this is about DC again. This might be controversial. I don't know. And I also do a scoopometer, where we do, we do on the scoop scale. Like Baskin Robbins is a great scoop, or we got this covered, or some might say, I'm not gonna throw some shade, but Geekosity or the other one, the Culture Nerd. I'm just kidding. But on the scoop scale. So this is from We Got This Covered, though. But I don't know. I think it might be accurate. Everyone give their opinion on the scoop scale. You think it's accurate? I think they would go for this. And
have you seen Future DC Axis's recent scoops? He's got some decent ones.
No, I haven't.
Oh God, we got this covered.
Well, I know, but does this seem like something they would do?
Well,
like,
I mean, why is this even like? I don't care.
Right, I don't. I mean, I don't. I see them that they would do that. Why would they make the article like this? Is because people on the internet care.
Yeah, why? I don't like. I'll just. I'm more interested in who's her villains.
Right.
You know, what is her alias? What's her story? I don't give a shit who she's, licking.
Okay.
I mean, I want to know more about the character, not about like the character's like what's the character's favorite food?
No, here's what this is going to lead to. This is going to lead to a Supergirl movie where Brie Larson comes in as Captain Marvel and they just make out for 2 hours.
Sold.
Well,
I mean, yeah. I mean, but
it's going to be Sasha saying, "Now this is an ass. What you got? I don't know what the fuck that is."
Oh,
wait, when's this movie coming out?
Wait, Zentek is so okay. Zentek's very interested. Bye. Zaggy, Geeks is already okay. Take your okay. Saggy, I would like your expert opinion as a woman. What you think? Is this a bullshit article? Do you think this is something they should try or they would try, or do you care? Or, I mean, I honestly don't care. I think they maybe should try it. But yeah, like Brian says, he's more interested in the actual story arc and the villains. What's your take?
I mean,
Saggy?
is it relevant to the story? Because if it is, sure. If not, then I don't. It's stupid. Just as long as it's relevant to the story, maybe she has a love interest, which is part of her story arc. Cool.
You think they're just making this up to get clicks? So this is also we got this covered.
No, I mean, like I said, if it is, it is. If this is what they're gonna do with this character, with this version of Supergirl, like again, as long as it's relevant to her story, then who cares?
I think that's the key as well. Yeah,
right. That's the thing with
whether it has
sexuality.
anything to do with the story or not, or whether it's just useless to tell people just to get people interested in the film.
Yeah.
When it's
And
got
by
nothing
the
to do
way,
with the way the story progresses as a whole, or anything like that. Yeah.
Right.
Eddie, we got to get Eddie's take. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Geeks.
Oh, I was saying agree.
Huh?
He agreed.
He's saying agree.
Oh, you agree. Okay.
Yes.
Eddie, do you have anything to comment? Do you care? Or what do you
I wasn't listening. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
All right. Next article. No, Eddie, here it is. It's basically we got this covered. They're saying they're alluding that WB reportedly wants Supergirl to be, have certain preferences in the DCEU, possibly for marketing. It's also we got this covered. They might be full of it just to get that clickbait. I think actually they should. I mean, if it works well, if it's the story, I don't see any problem with it. I really don't care too much either. And then Geeks is like, yeah, get Brie Larson, I'm sold.
Boy, that's Eddie and RJ.
I think that.
Oh, Ryan's leaving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a dip, guys.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for joining us.
Dude, it's so fun.
Go support Snyder. Snyder Cut fans are capable of amazing things.
Thank you.
This is something positive to do with all that time while we're waiting for official announcements, because that's all we have is time right now. Everything's up in the air. Don't listen to Matt Jarbo is basically what we're saying.
Make sure to support Ryan in his merch shop too. He makes great designs.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, like this. Yeah. This is my Bizarro. So I was like, sweet. Like check it out. Check out my merch.
Yeah, so basically when people were complaining about Snyder fans, did you hear about the motion comic or some other things we're doing? We're doing great things here.
Great things. Great things. And hopefully it creates more awareness for what a lot of people missed out on. That was the exhibit in Dallas, and also creates more awareness for AFSP. So
right. Good work, Ryan. Follow his journey to see how. I got to check out some of his videos on this. I haven't really been paying attention to it yet, so I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So we're ramping it up, and it will be released sometime this year.
Oh wow! Okay. So I'll look forward to that.
We're trying to get done.
We'll get updates. If you have any questions for Ryan, go tweet at him or go
Yeah,
on
yeah.
his channel or
Let me know.
leave in the comment section below, and we'll try to get them answered on the project. Everyone's happy about your project now? All right. Well, thanks, Ryan.
Later,
luck,
guys.
I know you're-
Have a good night.
Hey, Ryan.
See you, man.
All right, Eddie.
I feel very bad. Can we let Saggy explain what she was going to explain?
Go ahead.
No, now I want you to feel bad. You broke me. Well,
What
okay.
was
So what?
StreamYard?
What I was gonna say is I actually never really cared about Shazam or Black Adam. I don't. They're just characters I don't care about. But after seeing that clip, just remembering how awesome The Rock is and how caring and considerate he is, just not with fans but also the staff, kind of acknowledging them, making them, reminding them that they are just as important to make these things come to life. And it's like that makes me want to see the movie just to support The Rock. Thanks, RJ, for asking the question before I even got to finish.
Sorry, Eddie. I know it can be kind of chaotic on a panel. I really wanted to get Eddie's response, but he had to dip, I guess. So we'll talk to you later, Eddie. Okay.
I have a quick question. Are any of you guys looking forward to Jungle Cruise?
Nah.
What?
I mean,
Nah.
I'll watch it.
It's the next Disney live action movie. It's based off the ride as Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt as the main characters. It's like kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean. They go on like a boat adventure to like find some lost treasure or something.
So it's Pirate of the Caribbean without it being Pirate of the
With
Caribbean. Got it.
Well, there's also like an ancient curse or something, like with like water or something. I don't know.
Okay,
Like a
so
mummy?
it's Pirates of the Caribbean without Pirates of the Caribbean.
People are not
Yes.
watching Jungle Cruise. All right, here's let me see. Here's another topic we could do on the scoop scale. If you think it's complete BS, you think it's a good scoop, you think that's something that they would do. We're talking about Disney now. We're talking about Star Wars.
Okay, now goodbye, y'all.
No,
No.
you could still
No,
comment on it if you think. Oh, see, Geeks does not want you to go, Saggy. I gotta
It's
stop
Star
her.
Wars. What hell am I doing here?
You
for
can
Star
say
Wars.
you don't even need to know about
Oh, wait,
Star
hold
Wars
on, hold on,
mythology to see
Later,
if they would do it.
Zentek. Later,
You could-
Zentek.
Oh, later,
Zentek.
Hey guys, sorry, I got a boot.
All right, cool. You're
Thanks,
welcome
for
back
hanging
anytime.
out.
See ya.
Yeah, man.
Have a good night.
See, as soon as you mention Star Wars, everyone's leaving.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way,
Young Leia reportedly cast an Obi-Wan series. Do you think
yeah,
they would do
this? This is not BS. By the way, this is confirmed.
Whoa! What?
They just
Yeah,
announced it.
They just announced that this actually we got this covered is actually correct for once. They are doing Young Leia.
Wow, that's a scoop of Baskin Robbins. I want all. Yeah, Young Leia. Well, I got to be careful what I say there. No, I do not want Young Leia. I want the new Oak Leia, and I want Carrie Fisher back for sure.
Okay.
Why do
well,
I
you
always
will
say
do-
stupid
wha-
stuff?
I was gonna say, she I don't think that's gonna happen, Max.
No, yeah, it's like a little girl,
Oh no.
Yeah,
I got to be careful what I say then.
yeah.
Okay.
They cast the actress. You guys watched the Shark Boy and Lava Girl sequel
RJ,
movie?
hold on. Yes,
I need to
have-
get
hold on,
memes.
pause.
I need to get
Hold
memes
on,
on the
hold on,
show.
hold on.
I really need
Pause.
to get memes on.
Pause. Can we just acknowledge?
18-year-old Leia. Yes.
Can
That's
we just
very good.
acknowledge that Max really just said, I want them to get Carrie
sh-
Fisher back? As
I mean, that's what I ultimately want.
Somebody
It's
clip.
not, it's not possible. Hey, Eddie.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
And it-
Sorry,
and-
I didn't mean. We really got to get Eddie. Got to incorporate him more into the topics. Eddie, what do you think about this Young Leia scoop from We Got This Covered? Do you think it's something they'll try? But kind of RJ already. I know she's gone. I said if they could get her back, I'd want it. That would
if
be.
they could bring her back from the dead, guys, that's what he said. If they
Well,
could bring her back
I
from
mean,
the
if
dead,
it's
we would
not-
have her. Oh,
All right, sorry.
Lord.
Go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead.
No, it's whatever.
It's whatever. Okay. No,
Well-
I prefer you. Actually, you're only allowed on the show if you have your shirt off. Memes. No. It's whatever. Well, did you have anything to say about the?
Well,
the
RJ was going to say
DC,
something.
Eddie,
About what?
any of the DC topics we were covering earlier?
Like I said, I had to disappear for a while because I was doing something, so I wasn't
Oh,
really
okay.
paying attention.
I think I didn't catch one of your vids. What was one of the vids you did today on someone being casted? I got to check out your YouTube channel again. I got to check it out. Your Oh My Diaz YouTube again. I got to remember what it was.
The guy from the Fast and Furious movies cast
Oh, yes.
as an Inquisitor.
That's Star Wars. That's not even DC. God damn it.
The fifth brother.
Whoa, what's this about a Spider-Man debate?
Yeah.
There's always a Spider-Man debate, man.
No, I didn't know about
Have you not been to my Discord server?
No, I didn't know. What's this about?
By the way, RJ, you were going to say
about
something
a Spider-Man
incorrect.
debate?
Nothing. It's something I'm gonna do. I think I have a plan for tomorrow. Something about how people feel about the different interpretations and who's better, who's the worst, criticism, stuff like that. I know it's probably gonna get toxic.
No. Well, you know what? When stuff gets crazy, Eddie, just be like, you know what, guys, I can't handle this. I love all of you. Just calm down. That's what you got to do. It's hard. It's hard.
Trust me. There was one stream that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that shit was. Oh my!
Just say, just end it then. Say, I'm not. This. I wanted good intentions with this stream. We're gonna end it. That's all. But that's a cool topic. Go ahead, Saggy.
Y'all keep interrupting Saggy. Stop interrupting her.
Well, I was gonna say RJ was about to say something incorrect. It was not a remake of Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I said a sequel.
No. There wasn't a sequel. They were featured in another movie about superheroes and Lava Girl and Shark Boy.
Shark Girl.
Sorry, I know.
We could be heroes. I think that's what it's called.
Yes, we could be heroes. So Lava Girl and Shark Boy were the parents of one of the children, and they just made a cameo. But it wasn't a remake.
Look who popped in the chat. I was gonna say Andrew Casale. He's like, wait, Spider-Man?
So the actress that played the daughter of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in that movie is playing young Leia in the series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's not it's not the girl from Stranger Things like it had been rumored.
No.
All right.
Remember, it's like a little girl. Like it's like a couple years after Revenge of the Sith, so they're gonna be.
It should. You know what? They could. Now that you say that, they could get the girl from Stranger Things to be a Princess Leia. She looks just like Carrie Fisher.
All right. So there's only like 2 more stories and then something special.
There you go, back. You can get Carrie Fisher from the grave. She just became she got reincarnated as Billy Bobby.
Okay. Yeah. Listen. Oh, here's Zeno at the end. Thanks a lot, Zeno. I don't know if I do want you here. I saw the Discord. All right.
Zeno and I became good friends.
Oh, that's rare. Good job, both of you. Well, here's a story. Apparently, Colin Farrell's Penguin is a supporting player in the Batman. He only has 5 or 6 scenes.
Is that surprising?
Why go through all this effort?
I knew that was gonna happen.
Why does Colin Farrell always have these roles where he disguises himself? I feel bad. He's a good actor. I don't know why he gets...
Whoa, hold on. I have to cut you off there, Max, for a second, because you realize what they're doing, right?
What?
They're setting up this character for the sequel. This is a long-term play. He is a supporting character in this movie, but it's setting up his origin story to become the Penguin we know. That's the whole point.
Okay, hold on. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Why do you assume that Colin Farrell doesn't like doing these roles where he does things that make him not recognizable and stuff? Like maybe he likes these roles.
No, that's true. I don't want to assume what he likes, the roles he takes. It's just all the roles he's been getting recently. He's always have to disguise himself, and he's not in the main actor like he used to be in the past.
He actually here's the thing. Like I wasn't a big fan of Daredevil, but I liked his character in Daredevil. He was actually probably the best part of Daredevil for me personally. But I think I think that he does these roles because he's just he has a range of acting. And I think these roles that he puts himself in where he completely transforms himself kind of helps him show his acting ability because he can be anything he wants. And I like that he takes these roles on because it does show his acting abilities.
Okay. So everyone is okay with this? You didn't want to see more Penguin in this? You like that it might be set up for the sequel?
I liked Penguin in Gotham. Yeah, I liked Penguin in Gotham.
Okay. There was one more article. I'm not even going to bring it up, but basically Disney Plus is doing a Willow series, but there's not much to say. I'm looking forward to it. A Willow series.
I never saw it.
Willow?
Yeah, it's an old fantasy film, Ron Howard.
With the I remember Willow.
The guy that plays Wicket in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's the Knight character.
Yeah, I remember. I remember Willow.
All right,
Willow
now here is the special part of the show that everyone's gonna be so hyped about. I found this for my good friend RJ.
Yeah. Oh.
I typed in the YouTube search.
You didn't even spell her name right.
Maya Rudolph.
Sexy? That's how it says?
Yeah, I just did it quick.
The joke's on you, Max. That's going to be in your search history forever. The FBI's watching you look this up, not me.
That's the worst thing.
Why would the FBI watch that? She's an adult.
I was trying to find something sexy for you, RJ. You're welcome. All right,
This is for you, not me.
No, I'm like, I got to see what RJ's talking about. Oh shit! I accidentally exited out.
Did Max just swear?
Yeah.
Max just said shit. Holy shit!
I think it's a sign from the YouTube. I think it's a sign from the YouTube gods that they didn't want you to play that video.
No, I found it again. And now I have to see an ad.
I agree with RJ because the YouTube gods totally screwed me out of my excitement.
There are no YouTube gods. I see my paycheck. All right, here we go. All right, I found it again. I want to share the good stuff with you, RJ.
You're the one who's been thinking about her every day since Matt Jarbo's stream, not me. I moved on from this.
You keep bringing it up, RJ.
Oh, okay. All right, let's hear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, even geeks is.
People be like, I hate those Americans. Ha ha ha, Steve Harvey.
It would bring the world to a place.
Hey, look, it's me.
I like to end that like Batman and understanding. Now you
let's see what RJ's let's see if RJ's on to something.
You've had a lot of successful characters.
This is why it's funny in a second.
But there seems to be a pattern. It seems like they've pigeonholed you a little bit in a specific way.
Yeah, I'm usually the girl that if they need someone to be half naked, I say I'll do it.
Right.
And I've sort of been thinking about, this is my third season on the show, so I've been thinking about, okay, what do I usually do? It's like, well, I'm usually half naked, in an enormous wig. I'm usually doing some sort of dance, and I'm usually making out with people.
I've even noticed that you're always the one that's making out.
Yeah.
This is why RJ
Yeah,
likes
they know
her.
that old Rudolph will do it. I know.
There's someone there with a cigar that's like, get Rudolph!
Get Rudolph on the horn.
Rudolph will do it.
It's true. I have no shame, and I will do it.
We've done it a lot. We actually found a we just a little tribute to some of
She's
the fine
beautiful,
work we've done.
Zeno. She's beautiful here. There you go.
Oh.
RJ. This is all from Sarah Live.
What is this?
Oh, look at that. Fallon got it. Whoa.
You got a long tongue, bro.
Conan's getting it too. Well, there you go, RJ. There's a long line. There's a long line. That's for our good friend RJ. I get it. I get it now, RJ.
I get it to you now.
Lord,
I thought that clip was longer.
Yeah.
Me and Eddie, the lay down crew, right now.
Yeah,
lay down
We're
crew.
gonna be okay.
All right, are you okay, RJ?
Oh, sorry. I need another like 20 seconds.
Oh.
Give me a sec.
Oh!
Oh,
RJ!
TMI.
You're not on. You can't do that joke when you're not on screen. We don't know.
Hey, RJ, calm down, my
God. Ah.
Oh man. Oh,
I knew it
I'm
was
sorry.
going to do that.
Oh,
No,
my eyes.
I'm
I
messing
gotta.
around. I'm messing around.
Geeks, can you correct RJ here? Tell him to behave on stream, please.
God, I need a lobotomy after that one.
Stink pinks. This is why you stink pinks.
This is why you're stink sphinx. Yes.
No.
Oh, RJ.
I thought when I make those jokes, RJ, what's wrong with you?
Rhea, no, Rhea. Oh.
Like I said, I'm not the one who looked it up. Max did, so blame Max for this.
No, you don't want to say her name.
You said it. You said it. Oh no!
It up in my streams.
Mad Max After Dark. Look, he's so embarrassed. He's covering his mask with his hand.
I don't know if he was joking or not.
I was joking.
I don't know.
We can't trust you, RJ.
I've seen things on Discord. I don't know.
You really think I'm the kind of guy who would do that in the middle of a stream, live on the internet?
There have been a few. I've had a few guests on where all of a sudden I heard like wow in the background, like who's watching something?
My man RJ really said
way back in the day.
Wow.
No, I've had people on the stream that all of a sudden you hear something, like everyone looks at each other. I'm like, I'm ending the stream. I'm like, someone want to check their computer?
RJ, I'm gonna need to see your search history real quick.
No, I don't want to see that shit. No.
You know what's messed up about this?
It's only gonna be Mario Rudolph.
Because of you guys, I'm probably gonna need therapy again. So thank you.
You should get it anyway. We all need therapy. You're watching Movie Madness. If you don't have therapy yet, go search someone out. Yes.
Damn, Max. Max really said it. You should go see a therapist anyway.
Yes, everyone should. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I talked to people before.
Yo, Max really was like, you need your head examined, RJ.
No, I think RJ does. Yeah.
Why do I need my head examined? I'm fine.
We all need help. Don't be afraid to. I don't want to joke about mental illness either, though. Okay, sorry.
No, I understand.
No, it's great. We all need to talk to people. No memes. I don't want to know what you watch while you're watching YouTube.
No, he has a Pornhub account.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he actually is a check.
But it's for memes, though. It's not for actual intended use, is it?
He
God
does.
Damn it, Goldman!
Why are you always yelling at Goldman?
Goldman's timing. Yo! I'm about to end the show.
At least it's not like Justin who just shows up with his eyes like,
I haven't seen Justin around a while. How's he doing?
He's good. He's been doing stuff. He does his shows once a week still, but he's been pretty busy.
You have perfect timing. You come in right at the end.
Can I just say something real quick? Aaron, I've never watched Bridesmaids before. I've actually never watched a Maya Rudolph movie.
Oh, no.
Bridesmaids is funny.
Saying why?
Oh, no, I watched Grown Ups. Yeah, I watched Grown Ups. I forgot.
No, Memes, I'm not even lying. Memes definitely has a Pornhub account. I can't show you.
He has a blue check mark?
Well, everybody has a check mark. You have to be verified on Pornhub now, but he does have a check mark on Pornhub.
What is he obstruction on that hub?
He does.
He does something else.
No, he literally does videos of him doing exercising with his shirt off. That's literally what it is.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was thinking about saying okay.
I think
hey, Raya's intrigued.
Yeah, Goldman brings up a good.
Whoa! See, look at that! Perfect timing.
Wait, hold on. Goldman brings up a good point though, Max. When are you gonna review Space Jam: A New Legacy?
It's good. It's fun. I don't think I need to
when are you
elaborate
gonna review it?
Yeah, I don't really do reviews. I've tried it before. I just do madness.
By the way, I just want to say, Memes 100% confirmed that one of the comments that he got on his Pornhub, one of his Pornhub videos, was somebody saying, "Not my proudest fap."
Oh.
How must it feel to like wake up and know that people masturbate to you?
It's Memes. I think he's flattered. I think he is just flattered.
I'm gonna be
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Max. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word on your channel. I'm sorry.
You're right. You shouldn't. Goldman's talking about Space Jam, talking about the hubs. Okay. Thank you, Goldman, for checking in. I'm interested in Eddie's Spider-Man debate. As soon as you said that, Andrew popped in the chat and then bounced. I don't know where he went. No, someone said Spider-Man. Okay, it's gone.
He actually has an alarm clock measured for every time one of us says the word Spider-Man or Tobey Maguire.
On Tom Holland.
Or Tom Holland, yes.
Wait, let's see if this works. Tobey Maguire sucks as Spider-Man. Wait for it.
You gotta do it him.
Wait for it.
Comes on the stream.
Right. Send me the link now. Wait for it.
Wait to Discord.
Did you tweet it out or did you put in the comments?
No, I just put in the no, I just said it. If he's still here, he'll appear.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's probably because he thinks you're joking. If I would have said it, he definitely would have showed up.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it only works with Eddie says the magic words.
Spider-Man 2 sucks. Spider-Man 2 sucks ass. Tobey Maguire can't act. I hope he dies as Spider-Man. No Way Home and stuff. Andrew, pick a better Spider-Man. Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. And that's it. Spider-Man 2 is overrated. And I hope the Amazing Spider-Man franchise is way better.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks. They just won the latest game in the NBA Finals. They're one game away from winning the NBA Finals.
Oh, we don't do sports here.
I was actually to tell you the
we don't do sports here.
RJ,
we don't do sports.
I know. I mean, I watch sports.
Unless
I'm just saying
the Toon Squad or the Monstars.
Eddie is the only one that's fit enough to
let Eddie talk. He was going to say
what the
something.
hell?
Let
Why?
Eddie talk. He was going to say something.
Thanks.
No, the only thing I was gonna say is get that shit out of my face, RJ. What you're trying to say?
Well, what's wrong with me saying the Bucks are one game away from winning the finals? That's a fact.
Here he is.
You don't know they're gonna win. You don't know. Oh shit!
I told you.
Because I wanted to win, RJ. That's the thing.
Well, I'm sorry. The Suns need to play better.
You can't even guarantee you're gonna win next game. So I don't know why you're saying that.
Well, I hope it goes to Game 7 because I love Game 7.
No, we're not having this.
Go
on your channel.
Max, do you think the Milwaukee Bucks or the Phoenix Suns will win the NBA Finals?
Don't care. Where's the Monstars?
What team do you follow in football? My favorite. Yeah, my team in football is the Tennessee Titans. I love the Tennessee Titans. I hope Ryan Tannehill takes them to the playoffs and they win the Super Bowl.
Oh my god!
RJ, they don't know.
I was kidding, but he won't shut up now. I don't want to talk about sports. I'm trying to show.
All right, I'm sorry.
We're losing viewers.
Well, how do you think Eddie felt when we had to talk about the Amico all the time, Max?
That's even worse. You people don't shut the fuck up. But I mean, I could take it though. I don't want. Obviously, I'm there for emotional support. Even though I said,
and the Amico is much better than professional sports.
Yeah, you're bugging.
Bye, everyone.
I'm bugging. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Night.
Subscribe to me. I need it.
Yeah, go sub to Saggy Melons and Eddie and RJ.
No, I got to 1K and I'm down to 985.
I think you have to wait because I think since it was like at once, that's why.
I am ending it. Say bye. This is like behind the scenes.
Yeah, you have to wait. They'll probably be back.
Okay.
And if RJ Dams bring up sports again.
Flicks picks and the nitpicks.
Oh, thanks. Bad timing, Flicks. Bye. We're in it. No,
These are a very insightful comment right at the very end.
Yeah. All right. RJ, read the insightful comment, and then we'll end this up.
Thank God for this topic. I've wanted to get on any open panel to talk about the other of us that are Snyder Cut fans have to realize boycotting won't help. Glad you are doing this.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was going to make a joke out of it.
Thank you, the Flicks Picks and the Nitpicks. And we're ending the show. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Behave, Rhea.
Hey, next time I come on, I'll talk about the NBA Finals again.
Nips picks. Game 6. Nips picks.
Come on, what, RJ?
Nips picks.
We'll talk about who won Game 6.
I don't like that username, Saggy Nips, that you have on your channel.
Nipple picks.
All right, bye.